Total Dakar Rifleman. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings, Mech Warriors. This is TTB speaking, and welcome back to German Mechgineering, the daily show where we build cold-hearted, humorless, stompy robots for maximum effectiveness and efficiency on the battlefields of Mechwarrior Online. And today, guys, Rifleman IIC-2, that is the 6 ballistic hardpoints Rifleman. Look at this thing. It just wants to hug people. It has outstretched arms, and it's walking towards the enemy and says, "Hug me!" And since the enemy doesn't want to hug you, you shoot them in the face with autocannons. So, if you look at the peaking profile of this mech, you have to expose about 40% of your mech to be able to shoot all your weapons. And as you can see from those gigantic arms, the arms are very much at risk of being shot off. So we have to be very, very careful when playing this mech. Also, the CT is that whole central thing. So this thing likes to get CT cored out quite a bit. So be very careful about your positioning. Alright, let's have a look at the loadout. Now, there are several ways you could build this mech. You could build it a little bit faster, or you could build it where it can fire longer. We're running 6 AC2s, so this is basically 3/4 of a Direwolf ultraviolet loadout in terms of firepower on a 65-ton mech. That is significant. However, we're paying for that with the engine that we can use. That's a Clan XL225 engine, so we will need an extra heatsink here to just be able to use this. And that will give us a speed of 56.1 kph. That is extremely slow for a 65-tonner. However, we don't need to be that fast because our AC2s, with skill points and everything, will have insane range. Guys, look at that. The AC2 baseline, optimal range 900 meters. Within 900 meters, you always do 2 damage per hit. Max range, 1800. And now, if you actually take the correct skills, look at what happens here. Optimal range, 1100 meters. Max range, 2200 meters, actually. TV fails at math. So, you're having an insane range, and the projectile speed is over 2000. So, it's gonna be very fast projectiles that have great range, and with the lower engine cap, it means that you can take much more ammo, which means you can Dakar more and Dakar longer, because this mech is meant to be a fire suppression mech. You hold this guy in a line, you just shoot down at enemy targets that present themselves, and you just take them down at range. You don't want to be in a brawl, and you most certainly don't want to be the center of attention, but at longer ranges, you're not that much at risk, because all this really nasty stuff, SRMs, MRMs, even LRMs, will not be able to hit you, and if they hit you, or if they're coming towards you, you have ample time to react. So, really nice mech. We are running 6 tons of ammo in the legs and in the CT, and then another 4 tons of ammo in the right torso. Now, if you're worried about getting hit on both sides, you can spread this out to the left torso or to the head here, but if you do it in the head, then you should probably lower the legs a little bit and amp up the head armor. I have right loaded here to be able to be a little bit more safe if a NASCAR happens. If a NASCAR does happen, guys, always stay with a NASCAR and keep on moving. You have 56 kph. You cannot afford to stop pressing W even for a second, or you will get overwhelmed by the enemy NASCARing in behind you. Okay, so much for general gameplay tips. Let's go ahead and have a look at the skill build for this mech. And we are going heavily into the firepower tree. We need the magazine capacity, 1 and 2 nodes, of course. They are very important. And then we take all the velocity and all the cooldown. The only nodes I'm not taking here that would be useful as well is 2 range nodes and 3 heat gen nodes, the reasons of which will be apparent in a sec here. In survival tree, we take the full survival tree except the center here with 2 points of skeletal density and the shock absorbance. Again, we need some more skill points somewhere else. So survival tree, deep into survival tree, but not the full survival tree. Nothing mobility, nothing in jump jets. Enhanced sensors. You want to have the advanced zoom in here, guys. If you're engaging at 1100 meters range, even if you're good at aiming, especially because of the way that invisible walls work or whatnot in this game, you do want to have the advanced zoom to be able to reliably engage targets at 1000 meters. And then in the auxiliary tree, we go cool shot cooldown and double cool shot, very important. You will get quite hot in this build after firing for a while. And double artillery strike. If you don't want a double artillery strike, you can shave off 3 points here, and guess where they go? Well, of course, they go either in the 3 heat gen nodes or completing the survival tree. And that's the build for today, guys. Let's go ahead and see if my plan of doing a long-range suppression mech will work out. If we will have the tiny mobile oppression palace. Let's take this thing to the dropship and see how it performs. I'll see you there. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, on the Grim Plexus, pushing forward towards the enemy, and we are dealing with domination here, so that is very good for us. That means we can go ahead and stay outside the circle and shoot people that are trying to be inside the circle. For example, like the Phoenix Hawk that I unfortunately just missed, but that's okay. As you can see, we have ample ammunition down there, almost 1,000 shots, and that is with half a ton less ammo than the build you just saw, so you will have over 1,000 shells to shoot at the enemy, which is really, really nice. You don't have direwolf kind of ammunition levels, but it is enough to get the job done, and it is enough to do some nasty, nasty damage. Now guys, as you can see, I am taking my Overwatch job very, very seriously. I'm trying to suppress any enemies that are showing on the right-hand side to allow our assault mechs to get in a little bit closer. Let's see. Go on the corner here, maybe shoot this guy in the face here with his Hellbringer. You have to be, of course, quite comfortable with your aiming here. I'm a little bit rusty with the AC2 sniping, so I'm not hitting as much as I should be, but we're getting some good shots into targets here. And again, I'm looking for 2 or 3 areas here. I'm looking on the top here, looking at the hillside here, and then also on the left side, top between the building and the mountainside, and of course the ultra-wide left side that is totally open. But yeah, we have to wait now. We have to see where the enemy is trying to push, and if they push at some point, we will go ahead and immediately suppress them. Immediately, the first thing you do is you shoot your AC2s into their face, like this guy is doing right now. So, we counter suppress him. I can't target him, I can barely see him, but I'm just shooting where I think he might be, and some of those shots got into target, which is nice. It should suppress him at some point, dropping the artillery strike on his face as well, and then going onto his body. Convergence is a little bit weird on this mech. Sometimes it looks like it's converging very well, sometimes it doesn't, but you just have to deal with it. Okay, I can't see anything pushing on this side yet. There's somebody moving a little bit forward here with the Rifleman again, and RIP! Play the sound of death. Beautiful. Well, we took out that Rifleman, and now we can look towards the left side corner here and support our buddies there. I've got a Banshee support with me here. Okay, so I'm well protected. That's good to know. Let's go on that Cyclops and then switch on over to that Annihilator going ham on our teammate here. That's actually really bad what he's doing here. He's just going in solo, and he should be dead in a sec here. I'm switching over to the... Whoops, that's a teammate. Never mind. Over to the other guys here on this side. The reason not because I couldn't do any more damage to the Annihilator. The reason is I want to suppress these guys. I want to dissuade them from engaging my teammates. That is your role. A, do damage and kill targets, but B, more importantly, get the enemies rushing for cover. And if you get massaged by 6 AC2s, I don't care what kind of mech you are, you will run for cover, because it's a lot of Daka in your face and it is very annoying to hear. So, as you can see, enemies are running for cover, and we will just continue the massage here, going for any targets that we can find. Lots of ECM here, so it's a little bit hard for me because I don't have Doritos over the enemies' heads. I just have to basically go visually through a lot of smoke and stuff. There we go, rip another one, and now we go in on the Cyclops. Ooh, that's a rack and MRM build, I think. No, never mind. Let's go ahead and shoot that Raven down there. It's really hard to hit light mechs at this range, but yeah, that was a huge amount of misses. That's okay. Let's go in on the Cyclops. He's down. Okay. The big problem is you also have to be very careful, guys, when looking at targets. Make sure you always clear them and identify them first, because you don't want to be shooting your teammates in the back with 6 AC2s. That is a lot of damage, and that can crit out components quite quickly. Okay, the Medkit's still very, very fresh. That is unfortunate. What do we have here on that left-hand side? I think I saw something tiny and annoying. Okay, Vapor Eagle in the jump, and we hit him in the flight. Okay, that is one shot. Now we go over to this side, going on the Hellbringer. Rip Hellbringer, help our teammate. Unfortunately, there's 5 kills under 8, and the enemy team is now pushing in big time onto me. I have 270 shells left, so I know I cannot win this. I can't win this, but what I can do is I can try to do as much damage as possible, and hopefully my teammates will get some kills here, but it's really out of my hands at this point. We've done as much as we could. There we go, grab another kill, and go in now on the Mad Cat that is for some reason completely ignoring me. Okay, now he sees me, and now he's shooting me. That's alright. Okay. 126 shells left. Let's see what we can do with that. I can't help my teammate over there. Unfortunately, the enemy is in cover. Nope. Never mind. Yeah. It looks like we will have to go mano... oh, hello. Hello there. Okay. Yeah, that Cicada seems to be legged, and unfortunately still has too much health on the CT to be able to kill him. But I think he's red now. He should be an easy kill for my teammate if he ever gets over there. I'm just gonna go in on the Mad Cat here. My goal is just one thing, guys. Go empty on the ammo, and that's exactly exactly what we did. We went to 0 ammo. If you go to 0 ammo on this build, you are going to have had a great game. That's also a very creepy looking Vapor Eagle. GG, well played. Well, unfortunately we lost the game, 7 kills versus 12, but I think we made a very strong showing of how to play this mech and what the strengths of this mech are. Let's go ahead and have a look at the scoreboard and see how we did. And Shepard says, love your vids, TTB, and TTB says, say hi to YouTube! 4 killing blows, 3 assists, 2 solo kills, 3 KMDs, 1162 damage done, 6 components taken out. With a new build, you could even do 1300 or so, which is pretty nice. And of course, you have the second artillery strike. Guys, if you enjoy this content, go ahead, check out my Patreon page, become an active supporter of the channel. You guys decide how this content goes and where it goes. Alright, and we are going to jump into the second of 3 games that we have today. And we will be in Rifleman IIC here. And as you can see, I am once again moving to a position where I can have an Overwatch type of position, where I can look at the enemy and shoot at the enemy all the time. And if your teammates then take the opportunities and go in while they're being suppressed, then good things will follow. At least that is the plan here. So let's see. That's a very, very pesky little Uzil down there. What does he have? Oh, okay, that looks like heavy PVCs maybe. Let's get back to cover here. No? Yeah. See, the good thing is, if you just see the arm moving behind the cover, that's the point where you can actually already shoot, because then you know that the weapon will actually hit it perfectly when he is fully exposed. Okay, let's go on the other side here. Try to find some more targets. We have a good Overwatch position here. Let's see what we can find. We find King Crab, and King Crab, and it's a King Crab party! Holy hell! And there's also a Rifleman and somebody ducking away at me. That is a Night Star. Alright. That's juicy targets. Artillery Strike has done some good work here, but let's see what the team is doing. The team has split into 2 groups, which I do not like. Hopefully the guys on the right-hand side will push in faster. I'm just gonna go again and shoot the Uzil again. Hopefully take him out. Nope. Doesn't look like we're gonna get him. No other targets in sight right now. The only targets that I know of that we can easily go onto are the guys on the left, and my left side torso is already very damaged. Yep, there is a Night Star again. But he's gonna go to the left side here. So let's see, maybe we can find some more King Crabs. Oh, we find a Dire Wolf and a Rifleman. Lots of Ducker in my face. It's not that bad though. This is somebody that was using a shooting macro. All this, that means somebody is using a shooting macro, and it's very, very bad, guys, because you're not getting concentrated shots down on concentrated components. You're just suppressing the enemy with a little bit of Ducker in your face, but it's not effective, and that's the reason why we got out of this pretty much almost unscathed. So, not a problem. And the reason why my match is getting damaged here is because we just ate an RD or something. That's alright though, we're gonna go in on that enemy Rifleman, maybe take him out, but what I'm doing here is I'm going for the arms, and both his arms should be, like, one arm is definitely gone, and the other arm should be very much hurting. Now we go on the catapult and fall back. Now the problem is I'm very isolated here. I know that my time is limited, and that's why I told my team to finally sack up and start going, because there is only a limited amount of time that I have to do some damage here, and if they don't apply pressure, then I'm just gonna get pushed in. There's nothing that can prevent that. So passive teammates is what will get you killed in this kind of build. Yep, there is Delta now. It's got LB2s and LRM5s. Okay. The problem is I'm already very much damaged, so I can't really outfight him here. I'm trying to, but now he's got a buddy coming in here as well with Blackjack. Yeah, we're dead. We're definitely dead. This mech is not meant for close range engagement, and it's not meant to tank damage, so we have finally been destroyed, but we did 900 damage during that time. And unfortunately, the team hasn't really used that time. I see lots of assault mechs with 97%, 93%, 85%, 82%. Like, you can tell these guys have been doing a little bit of fighting, but they haven't been in the fight that much. And that is something new. That is LB10 chain firing. I mean, I get the logic behind it. You are trying to limit the amount of shells that you misfire. Like, if you misfire 1 LB10 versus 4 LB10s, it's not as bad, but you're limiting your damage potential big time, because you're shooting 4 LB10s at the same time you're shooting 1. So I would highly advise against that. Train your aiming and get better at that, because this is just not effective. Like, yeah, okay, you're missing some stuff, but you could use all of this time to aim and then get more concentrated shots in. Luckily, we win the match. 12 kills over 5. I think we did a good job damaging the enemies far enough so that our teammates could take them down, and that means we fulfilled our role. I just would have liked my team to be a little bit more aggressive and use the openings that we generate for them. Look, 4 kill, most damage dealt, 900 damage done, 10 assists. Beautiful round, we definitely did our job, and yeah, look at the damage numbers here on the team. We definitely did quite well compared to the rest of them. So I'm happy with the outcome of it, and again, once again, don't change fire LB10s. Alright, I've got another game coming up for you. I decided to show you a third game because this is, it's a funny one because I'm warping everywhere because I have hardcore hacks running right now. TTP uses hacks and aimbots, of course, everybody knows that. I was trying to get up on that mountainside, and yeah, look at that again. Like, I'm just getting jumped around and just checking my ping here to see whether I'm like 10,000 ping or so. Nope, 130. I'm just getting stuck here. But what I'm trying to do here is to get into this niche here, and if I can get up here, if I can take this position, the enemy is pushing in from Echo 5 towards Delta 5, and if I can take that proper position, if I don't fail at walking and if I had a jump jet, at this point it would be useful, then you can get into a position where you can hold down a single choke point, and then you just stand there and go like, hey, I'm a rifleman, I shoot you straight through the face, and I shoot you straight into your frickin' cockpit, rip! Beautiful. And now we just drop down the artillery strike, we can just stand here, we shoot the Banshee at cockpit height as well. He can't do anything, his CT is open, his buddy's coming in behind him, he's also getting damaged. I have perfect Overwatch position here, guys, and I'm engaging at very long ranges. I'm not too worried about enemies pushing towards me. That's 600 meters, that is out of most weapons range, so we're very happy here. We're very happy and we're very safe, and there's no reason for me to move anywhere. The team is actually aggressively pushing into the enemy, engaging them in Echo 5 as well as in Delta 5. If anybody goes towards the Delta 5 side area, I can help them out. And I'm just holding this Overwatch position right now. Boom! There we go! Artillery strike, war crimes! Beautiful. Okay, let's see, we have a target over in the boonies. I can't really see him, also I can't hit him. Like this, it's pointless to try that, but teammate needs help here. He's getting jumped on by a spider, so let's go ahead and try and de-spider that spider. If I can actually aim here properly, then maybe we'll do something good here to him. Okay, yep, getting some hits on the legs and rip. And teammate actually saying thank you for assisting here. That is nice. That is nice. Somebody recognizing that you helped save him. All right, 5 kills over 1. This one should be pretty much in the bags. I'm of course now in a position where I can't fight anymore because I don't have line of sight on the enemy. The only thing I can do is shoot down their UAV. Always look for opportunities, guys. Sometimes it's just little things that will win matches. So even at this point, the match is over. If you see a UAV up there, just take it down. I mean, if you don't do anything else at this point, just kill the UAV, shoot the commando in the face once, turn around and try and shoot the commando a little bit more, and then your teammates will take up the rest of the slack and everything should be fine. 2 targets left, 1 target left, it's just a commando. I'm trying to go into a movement here to try and cut him off, but he's probably gonna be dead before we get there. Yeah, no, he's running back into my team and he's dead. So, the power of just holding down a single line and using suppressive fire combined with an aggressive team just makes for a hell of a match. Very, very effective. Love it. GG. Well played. 2 killing blows, 7 assists, 396 damage done with 5 components destroyed. Good quick match, guys. Hope you enjoyed today's videos. If you did, once again, drop me a like if you haven't done so yet, subscribe to this channel, and I will see you soon. TTB out.